morning, guys. I hope you're all doing very well. I wanted to take this time today to do an overview of my workout routine. So I had a request for that. Hopefully this helps some of you guys watching this. It's not exactly specific to tonal itself, but it can be utilized during tonal. We will be discussing in this video, I'm going to specifically show you what I do when it comes to the eccentric mode. That'll be a little later in the video, but I'm going to discuss how I personally utilize the eccentric mode so you guys can see what I'm talking about when it comes to this fantastic feature. But in the beginning, we're gonna focus right now on my routine. Now, I don't know about you guys, I don't have that much of a set lifestyle. My lifestyle varies. Sometimes I have extra work. Sometimes life gets in the way. You have things that you have to do. So my lifestyle isn't always on, a set schedule. That's why I love tonal, because I don't have to wrap my schedule around a gym. It's great. I can work out whenever I want. So I'm going to give you two examples of what I will do based on my circumstances. You should focus on your circumstances. Figure out, hey, all right, what time do I have to pick the kids up? What time am I doing this? What time am I doing that? Do I have work here? Does my schedule change here? Look at your schedule. Figure out what would work best for you. There's no exact formula for everybody, okay? Let me just start off saying that. There's no formula for everybody. Some people, for example, right? Some people like doing bench press, okay? They like using the bar. Personally, I don't like using the bar. It hurts my wrist, okay? So I have to use the handles. Does that mean that the bench press isn't going to be effective? Not at all. So something that I've learned over the years that I've been on this earth is there's a million ways to do the same thing. There are a couple things you want to keep in mind. We're going to discuss those, but there's a million ways to do the same thing. What may work for me may not work for you. You might want to do something else. There's a million different ways to do the same thing, so don't worry about it. Everybody has something that they specifically are comfortable with, okay? So that's what we'll discuss. The next thing real quick before we get into my exact routine is going to be, it's going to be the fact that you don't need, in my opinion, remember, who am I, right? But in my opinion and in my experience, again, with exercising, you don't need 1,000,001 exercises. There's 1,000,001 exercises out there that you can do for your back, for your delts. There's so many. Guess what? I like to keep things simple, okay? Really simple, really basic. So you're going to see the workouts, the exercises that I'm doing here today, that I'm going to mention today. You're going to see they're very basic exercises. I'm not using a whole variety of exercises because, in my opinion, you don't need them. Now, if I decide down the road to switch up my routine, which you should do every so often, maybe every 3 months, something like that, whatever you want to do, it's up to you. You can switch it up. You just substitute other exercises for some exercises for another one. As long as they're working the same body part in general, substitute. Just do a little research. What's good for your rear delts? What's good for your chest? Should I put an incline? Just substitute. But in general, you don't need all these crazy exercises. When you look at some of the greatest bodybuilders on earth, people from back in the day, I mean, look at Arnold Schwarzenegger. Do you think he had 1,000,000 exercises to choose from? Things were a lot more limited back then. Not to say that it was Stone Age, not at all. But they used basic exercises that we still use today, and they just used them with really heavy weight. And that sparks your muscle to grow. So that's what I like to focus on. I like to focus on very simple. I like to keep things simple. So, okay, here we go. Mondays. This is an example of my life, right? First, we're going to talk about separating your muscle, your exercises throughout the week, separating them. Then we're going to talk about a full body routine, okay? Mondays, I like to do my chest, okay? So I'm going to focus on my bench press. And I'm going to make sure that that bench press focuses on eccentric mode, which is going up light, but coming down heavy. If you don't have a tonal, then you're stuck with your one weight. But it doesn't matter. That's fine too. But since I have a tonal, I like to use eccentric mode. Okay? So Mondays is chest day. Let me just say, I'm not going to be giving you a certain amount of reps, a certain amount of sets, because the numbers are what are going to mess you up. I'm helping you. I know you think I'm crazy, but I'm helping you by not giving you a certain amount of number of sets and reps. Choose a weight. Now, Tonal chooses a weight for you. Tonal has a very good idea of what weight you need. More than likely, when you use this machine, it's going to give you a weight where you can only push out 12 reps per set. More than likely. That's been my experience, okay? Now, I'm not giving you numbers because everybody's different. Keep this in mind. Don't think about the numbers. Every time you get down to do a set, push as hard as you can. As hard as you can. Have a weight that's going to give you between, I guess, 12 to max, like 15 reps. If you are going over 12 to 15 reps, if you're going over, increase the weight. Because it's not enough weight. You want to get on that bench press or pick up, that handle and be able to only do 12 reps with the amount of weight that you have. And then you have to rest and wait and then continue on. Okay? Don't focus on the numbers. Don't do it. It's going to mess you up. If you say, okay, I'm going to do 12 reps, stop. I'm going to wait 3 minutes. I'm going to jump back on. I'm going to do another one. I'm going to do that 5 times. Your muscles don't care. They don't care how many reps you do. They don't care how many sets you do. All your muscles care about are getting burned out. So when you get ready to push or pull or whatever you're doing, the focus should not be on a number. Not 10. 10 should not be in here. 12 should not be in here. 13 should not be in here. Exhaustion should be in here. Do everything you can to exhaust your muscles. That's it. It's actually more simple than you think. Alright, so Monday is chest. Okay, I do bench press with the handles. I focus on the eccentric mode. Tuesdays, I do back, right? I like to personally do the single arm bent over row. Alright? That I find hits my back, my lats. It hits everything I need very well. Backs are tricky. To exercise your back, it's tricky. Some people might feel more comfortable with a lat pull down, which works the same exercises as the single arm bent over row. But I personally don't like the lat pull down because it exhausts my forearms too much. It causes me to get tired in my forearms and I can't do as much for my back. Backs are very tricky. So you're going to have to look at your body and look at what you enjoy doing. Find an exercise that you love and do that exercise, okay? You shouldn't be doing exercises that you hate doing. It just doesn't make sense. You're not going to enjoy exercising, you're not going to do it. So find an exercise that you like, that works on the body part that you like, and do that exercise, okay? So again, I like the single arm bent over row. That's really good for me. That was Tuesday. Wednesday comes, right? I'm doing biceps and triceps on a Wednesday. Okay, I do simple bicep curls. All the exercises I talk about, I'm focusing on eccentric mode. Keep that in mind. Bicep and tricep, bicep curls, tricep extensions with this thing, and focus on eccentric mode. Thursdays are shoulders. Sometimes people incorporate their shoulder exercises into their back routine. I like it separate because I can work my shoulders much better separately than if I incorporate it into my back routine. My back is a tough spot for me. I have trouble with my back as far as isolating muscles and working them until failure. So I like to make sure that I focus on my shoulders on a separate day so I can get that extra push for my shoulders. Not everybody has problems working their back out. You need to do what you find to work for you. Keep that in mind. That's all I'm doing, is doing what works for me. find what works for you, and use this information as a little guidance, okay? So, for shoulders on Thursdays, I like to do my rear delts. And also, I like to do my middle delts. Now, for my rear delts, I like to do the reverse fly, okay? Not the one where you're bent over. If you guys have been to the gym, think about a pec deck, okay? So you're going to set the tonal arms up to this point. This is the reverse fly. Have it like a little underneath your chest, okay? You're going to change this to this position, and you're going to stand back, and you're going to pull. You're going to pull like this, but you're standing back. This is a reverse fly, similar to the pec deck on the tonal. Now, that is what hits my rear delts the best. Not a lat pull down, not the bent over row. That hits my rear delts the best. I don't even focus on my front delts, because when you're working your chest, you're working your front delt. More than likely, everybody has a front delt that is overworked. Now, I mean, look at my delt, right? You can literally see here, the front is huge. Ever since I started working out with the tonal, though, everything is evening out, because I can focus really well with the tonal. But so, the front is very pronounced. The middle, slightly pronounced. The back is weak. You can see, this should be bulging, but it's not. Ever since I started using the tonal, it's been bulging more, which is fantastic. But you can see a huge difference if you look. So I focus on my rear delt, which doesn't get a lot of exposure normally, unless you specifically focus on it, and I focus on my middle delt. So for the middle delt, what I do is the lat raises, right? So I'll take the handle, I'll drop the bar all the way down to the bottom of the floor, and then I'll raise like this for the middle, okay? I don't do any front raises. I don't do those. You don't need those if your front delt is already too big, which mine are. So I'm just trying to even out the back, okay? So that's Thursdays. And again, eccentric mode. Use eccentric mode. Once I start to show you in a couple minutes eccentric mode, you're going to understand what I mean. Okay, Saturday, I go back to chest. So you want to try to train your muscles as much as possible, okay? Without hurting yourself, without overdoing it. You have to know your body. Many people will say train it once a week. Many people will say train it twice a week. Maybe some people will say train a muscle group 3 times a week. The way I say, personally, is try to go for twice a week, but if you can do 3 without exhausting yourself, without hurting your muscle, do 3. The whole point is to exhaust your muscles. So if you can recover, if you somehow have superhuman power, right, and you can recover to the point where you can do chest 3 times a week, and you're able to get through those sets fresh every single time, like you didn't do it the other day, do it. More than likely, that's not possible. But some people are very gifted, right? So know yourself. I do every exercise twice within a 7-day period, okay? So it just starts over again. And every time you start over again, if you're doing it right, you're going to see on the tonal, the weight is going to go up. It automatically adjusts for you. So my weight just goes up and up and up. It shouldn't be going down, really. If you have a bad day, all right, it might go down a little bit, but the next time you exercise after you've rested, you should be able to have some really good sets that you pushed out, and your weight should keep improving. I don't usually mess with the weight on this. I let tonal do its thing. It's very good at figuring out what weight I need. It's been very good so far. Only a couple of times I've had to change it to make it heavier. All right, so now, that is if you want to split your week up. Remember, your circumstances determine whether or not you want to split your week up. Okay? If you have a couple of hours at the end of every day, do a muscle group. No problem. No stress, right? Your exercise should not be your exercise should not be determined on how many reps and sets. What you want to do is, again, I'll just repeat it, and something else I'll mention. You want to make sure you're resting, beat your muscles up every single set. Push out as much as possible between 12 and 15 reps. If you're going over 15, make sure that you increase the weight or you push harder, because you don't want your range to be super high. You don't want to be doing 100 reps of something. Doesn't make sense. If you're doing 100 reps of something, you're not getting benefit. Between 12 and 15, that's the range you want for your growth, to exhaust your muscle. That's the range, between 12 and 15. So choose a weight that'll allow you to do that. After every set, listen to your body. You have to get in tune with your body. Listen to your body. If I just did 12 reps of bench press, okay? And I'll give you a demonstration of this in a couple of minutes. If I did 12 reps of bench press, and I'm exhausted now, I'm like this, I'm tired, okay, I'm going to rest. Don't rest 30 seconds. Don't rest for a minute. Don't rest 2 minutes. Maybe don't even rest 3 minutes. Why don't you try waiting about 4 minutes? Try waiting about 4 minutes, maybe even 5 minutes, so that your muscles can, again, have energy in them. When you rest, your muscles regain their energy, which will allow you to push harder on the next set. Eventually, your muscles are not going to be able to gain enough energy to continue going. That is when you stop. Now, tonal, like I've mentioned, it has an 80% output bar on top. So I'll show you right now on the curl, with the curl, right? Okay, I'm going to turn the weight on. Okay, the weight is now on. Watch these bars. Okay. You see those bars? Those bars represent your power output. If your power output is super low, you're not doing anything anymore, okay? So make sure that your reps have enough power in them to be able to complete a rep properly. If you're like pushing and you're like, and you're like, just stop. Just stop. Not a big deal. Stop, rest, another 4 or 5 minutes, come back. All right? The resting is determined on your body. When you feel like you can do another 12 reps of the same weight, or maybe even a little more weight, that's when you go back to do your next set. And you do that until you can't do them anymore. That is what you want to do. This is going to cause you to have a long workout. I might do chest, and it might take me just for chest an hour. Maybe an hour and 15 minutes. And it's unbelievable just to do chest. But by the time I'm finished with my chest, I have exhausted myself so much where, like I said to you guys in another video, which actually sparked this video, I've been seeing so much growth in my muscles, it's unbelievable. So I can only imagine that this, what I'm telling you to do, has a large part in that, okay? So you're going to have a lot more time doing your workout. And you might in the beginning be thinking, this is crazy. Why am I sitting here for 3 minutes? Why am I sitting here for 4 minutes waiting to do another set? Well, the reason why is if you jump back on after a minute, you're not going to be able to push out those same reps. So you're not really exhausting all your muscles. You're just temporarily exhausting them because they can't replenish with energy. So it's up to you. I used to do very little rest time between every set. And it gave me gains. Not the same gains I'm seeing right now. Not the same. So give it a try. If you have the time to dedicate to this, give it a try. If you don't, by all means, do what works best for your schedule. If you only have enough time for a half an hour workout, you can't wait 5 minutes. Rest. Right? So wait 2 minutes. Do the best you can according to your circumstances. That's it. There's a million ways to do the same thing. All right? So 12 rep weight limit, that's what you want. Use that power output bar if you have a tonal. Keep in mind, you want to exhaust your muscles. Don't stop at a set number. Don't stop at a certain set range. Don't say, oh, I'm doing 5 sets and I'm done. You might not be done by 5 sets. So you might just be giving away, you know, more opportunity to rip your muscles down for growth. So, okay. Another thing that nobody really talks about too much when it comes to their routine is proper rest. Okay? Proper rest. You want to have proper rest when you're breaking your body down in this way. You need to sleep better. Okay? I try to aim for 8 hours. Now I know, believe me, I didn't always do that. At first I was like, 8 hours. I could be up doing something. You know, I don't want to be going to sleep so early. You will see your body come back recovering faster when you sleep more. The more you sleep, the faster your body recovers, the faster you can get back to doing more chest in a week, more biceps in a week, more triceps in a week. If you're not sleeping enough, you're going to be only able to do chest once a week, and then all of a sudden, there goes your opportunity for gains. Because you can't do it again because it takes longer to recover. Your body is a living thing. It needs to be treated properly. Our brains say, oh, I want to stay up on the computer. I want to stay up, you know, on YouTube. Your body is saying, let me go to bed. So you got to listen to your body. When you're breaking your body down like this, listen to your body. Give it the rest it deserves. Okay? Now, on a day where we're doing full body, okay, let's say you don't have time to break it down throughout the week. On a day that you're doing full body, I do chest, tries. So I start off with bench press. Then I'll go to my tricep extensions. The reason why I do this is because I'm doing every muscle group. Oh, excuse me, I forgot to mention. When we're breaking it down throughout the week, Monday through Friday or whatever, I think I mentioned that on Fridays I do legs. Friday I do legs. Squats. I do squats, basic squats. Okay? Nothing crazy. Alright, so back to the full body in one day. I'll start off with my chest. The next muscle I'm doing is my tries. The reason why is when you're doing chest, you're automatically activating your triceps. So I like to finish my chest and tries in one shot. It's like a warm-up for my triceps. You do your chest, you get your chest out of the way. Well, while I was doing chest, I was warming up for my triceps. So next will be my triceps. The next after that, triceps, is my back. I'm going to work out my back, right? I'm going to do my back exercise that I mentioned earlier. And then I'm going to go immediately to biceps. The reason why is because doing your back is a warm-up for your biceps because you're working your biceps while you're doing back exercises. Okay? So I hope you see where we're going with this. You're warming up a muscle before you do it. And you're doing it just by focusing, just by strategically placing your exercises. So chest and tries go together. Start with chest, then do tries. Then you're going to do your back. Start with your back, then go to bis. Because while you're doing your back, you're working your bis already. Now you're going to focus, burn out your biceps, okay? Then I do my shoulders. Specifically shoulders. I always like to have my shoulders separate so I can break them down as hard as possible. And then you do your legs. Okay, so after you take a look at this program, you can see, again, I'm not giving you rep ranges. I'm not giving you set ranges. I'm not giving you that stuff. Because if I were to give you those, you're just simply going to do those numbers and you're going to say, okay, I'm done. When meanwhile, you might not be done. Or maybe they'll be too much for you to do. And you can't complete them. And then you're going to be like, oh man, I couldn't complete them. Everyone's different. Listen to your body. Don't focus on a number. Erase what's in your mind. I used to be tricked into believing it's a certain number, it's a certain number, it's a certain number of reps, certain number of sets. It is not. No. Use enough weight to push out 12 reps. That's a good exhaustion point. do as much as you humanly can, if you have the time to do that, with about between, I'd say, 3 and 6 minutes rest between sets, if you have that time to spare. Okay? Now, when we go back to the Monday through Sunday routine, right? The week routine, where you're breaking it up throughout the week. I just wanted to say, we start with chest, and then the next day is back. Okay? The reason why we're doing this is because while you start off with your chest on Monday, second day is back, your chest is recovering now. Your chest is recovering, you jump to back. Now your back is recovering. After Tuesday, your back starts to recover. The next day, you're doing bis and tris, okay? Now you can focus on your bis and tris. Those are recovering on Wednesday, after you're done on Wednesday, for Thursday, okay? While you're doing shoulders, your bis and tris are recovering, okay? Friday is squats, your legs. And then Saturday, by the time Saturday comes around again, since you worked chest on Monday, all right? Since you worked chest on Monday, you can now do your chest again on Saturday. So do you see how I'm staggering it? And don't focus on, oh, but I started off with chest on Monday and I'm doing another chest on Saturday. So that means that how am I going to do another chest when Monday comes again? Don't focus on that. Give your body the time to recover. Your chest might not be fully recovered. If you have pain and you can't push out your 12 reps in your set, you have to wait. So throw in a recovery day. If you want to wait a day, throw in a recovery day. A day that you choose, whatever day you want. If you don't want a recovery day, don't. Some weeks you may need a recovery day. Some weeks you may not. Maybe some weeks you slept more than others, so you have to take a rest day. You can't do anything. There's nothing set in stone. When you set things in stone, I believe that you limit yourself. Just make sure that you're doing as much rest in order to allow for you to work your muscle group as much as you can within a week. And exercise to the point of failure, exhaustion. You can't do a proper rep of a certain exercise anymore. And now you know you're done. If you've rested and you can't get back to where you originally started, you're done. That's it. That's all I've been doing. If this video was helpful to you, I'm glad. If it was not helpful to you, I apologize. If there's any more clarification that you need, ask me. I'm trying my best to show you what I do. Everybody, again, is different. So these are the things that I focus on. Okay, guys, so what we're going to do is you're going to take a look at my bicep day, okay? Now, after I do my biceps, I'm going to do my triceps. I don't know if I'm going to record that yet because I think you're going to get a really good idea of what I do right now on Tonal so that you can get an idea of what I'm doing and what you can do even if you don't have Tonal, okay? You can use this for either way. Okay, so what I'm going to do is on Tonal, I'm going to exit this, okay? Right now, I'm going to pause this. I'm going to end my workout. I didn't really work out. That was just a test, you know, to show you what's going on. Okay? So, done. Okay, so now on Tonal, we're going to be going into my custom workouts. You see, I have back only, shoulders only, biceps only, chest only. I made my own custom workouts. Let's go to biceps, because we're going to do biceps right now. All right, now let's start our workout. All right, start when you're ready. Okay, so the first set I have regular. There's no eccentric mode on the first set, okay? So it shows you here you're going to have 29 pounds per arm. Right now the weight is off. It says 12 rep goal, all right? Normally, I hit 12 reps. But you're going to see if I can go past 12 reps, I'm going to go past 12 reps. I'm going to go past. If it's between 12 and 15, that should be fine. Okay? And then I'm going to stop. I'm going to take my rest. All right? So let's do this. I don't know if you guys have that great of an idea of me. I know you guys can't really see me doing my bicep curl, but I'm pretty sure you all know how to do a bicep curl. And also, something else I want to focus on is you can do eccentric mode even if eccentric mode is not on. When you focus on eccentric, what that means is you're bringing your weight down slow. So even though there's no eccentric mode on right now, I'm not dropping my arms. I'm slowly lowering them. The concentric portion of the movement should be faster than the eccentric portion, okay? So when you lift your weight, it should be faster when you're lifting than when you're bringing it down. You want to bring it down nice and slow, all right? Every rep is like that, no matter what exercise you're doing. Make sure you're bringing your weight down slow or you're wasting your exercise. You're wasting a large portion of your exercise, okay? So here we go. You can see the power output bar on the top. I'm going past 80% peak power. That's good. Almost done. Okay. Okay. Okay, I just hit a new personal record, as you saw on the screen. Guys, I just want to say Tonal is no joke. It's claiming that I was doing, I think it was 29 pounds per arm before. That was not 29 pounds per arm. That was something much higher. Tonal's weight is heavier than regular weight. So keep that in mind. Okay, now you can see here. It's timing my rest, okay? Up here, it gives you time under tension, which means I was exercising physically 1 minute and 34 seconds, okay? This is showing you my rest. I'm going to wait till my muscles are ready to go again. Look, this is 1 minute. If I waited 1 minute and now I went to do it again, do you really think I could do it again? I mean, listen to the way I was just grunting over there, okay? It was crazy. There's no way I could do another 12 reps. There's no way. So, yeah, I have to wait. And I used to start again. At about this point, maybe. I used to start again. Like, all right, let's do this. Guess what? I'm not getting what I need. Wait. Wait. Let your muscles recoup. All right? It's a longer workout, but you're getting more quality. I hope you understand that. All right, so, again, we're going to wait until I feel ready. I'm not looking at a number. Numbers, they constrict your physical and mental growth. Numbers are kind of like, in a way, what's the word? A fence, right? Oh, I'm only doing 5. I'm only waiting 5 minutes. I'm only doing this, that. Listen to your body. Your body doesn't know what a number is. Your body's not like, okay, in 5 minutes I'm going to be ready to go. No. Listen to your body, when you're ready to go and you think you can do another 12 reps, that's when you go. Something that I like about Tonal is, among the many things that I like about Tonal is, if you look here on the bottom right, it might be kind of hard for you to see, but let me move the camera. If you look over here, it shows you what the exercise you're working. You see the biceps on this little fake guy are glowing? They're glowing green. I don't know if you could tell. The rest of his body's gray. The biceps are glowing green. It shows you what part of your body you're exercising. So that's pretty cool. It gives you an idea of how to do it. It gives you the form. It tracks your rest. 3 minutes so far. Time under tension. So within my total 6 minutes of exercise so far, see, 6 minutes total time, I've only exercised 1 minute and 34 seconds. Very detailed. Shows you your power output. Gives you an idea of what that's like. Range of motion, I don't really concentrate on that, but it looks like it's doing good. Okay, so it gives you a whole bunch of great information that can help you to make your workout more specifically tailored to getting better, to get you better, okay? Now, what are you going to do for the 6 minutes that you're waiting around? What are you going to do for those 6 minutes that you're waiting around to exercise again? Well, there's a lot you can do. I had to figure that out, okay? I don't really just hop onto Instagram and do whatever on Instagram or go on Facebook. What I'm doing is more along the lines of I'm getting stuff done. So if I got to use the bathroom real quick, I'll go use the bathroom. If I need a drink of water, I'm grabbing a drink of water. If I need to go start my dinner, start cooking my dinner, I'm going to go start right now. You have 6 minutes, about, approximately, but depending on your body, between 3 and 6 minutes or so of rest until you're ready to go again. So you use those minutes. Don't just waste them. Don't waste them. I hate wasting time. Don't waste time. Use those minutes the best way you can. If you got to go do some homework or you got to go do something, start it. Use your time. Don't waste your time. Allow your muscles to rest, and then you can go again. So my muscles feel exhausted right now. A big reason why is because I broke my back at work yesterday. I was going crazy at work yesterday. I am overall exhausted. I'm going to wait probably about 6 minutes. Let's see how that goes. Every day is going to be different. For you, every day is going to be different. Some days you're going to be more tired than others. You just keep that in mind. There's no rules. No rules. The one rule is, exhaust yourself as much as possible. That's the rule. Exhaust yourself. And if you have to wait 6 minutes before you start another set to exhaust yourself again, the most you can, I would say do it. It's been working so far for me. So we're almost at 6 minutes. Okay? Almost at 6 minutes. I am fearing this next set right now. I am fearing it. And again, a lot of that has to do with the fact that I'm exhausted from yesterday, but also a lot of it has to do with the fact that this machine is not giving me what it's saying it's giving me. Oh, so real quick, before we start again, we're going to go over a little 6 minutes, but let me show you this real quick. This is eccentric mode now. My first rep, I built this program for the first rep to give me regular mode. Now you're going to see me do eccentric mode. If you recall, the weight limit that it gave me before was 29 pounds, I believe, per arm. Do you see this little symbol here with the arrow? This is eccentric. If you click on eccentric, gives you a little bar over here, right? You get to choose the amount of eccentric you want. So long story short, if I lift this now, it's going to be 27 pounds going up on my curl. This is going to be 5 pounds for more weight coming down. You can change that to whatever you want. You can change that to look. Now I'm going to be lifting up 24, but 14 more pounds are going to come down on me extra. Okay? So you're adding this weight on the lower end of portion of your exercise. That's incredible. If you think about that, that is incredible. You can lift 24 pounds, right? You can lift 24 pounds, but it's going to add another 14 on the way down. You can't replicate that. That is amazing because that allows you to lift real light and then come down real heavy. And the way that helps you is you're more powerful on your way down than you are coming up. So you're going to be able to build muscle quicker using eccentric mode. Alright, so now I'm going to change it back to what it was. Only 5 pounds extra. We'll see how that is. And you can change it throughout your exercise routine. You don't have to keep it on the same eccentric. You can, hey, I feel like doing 10 pounds coming down. You could do that, all right? So don't worry about it. There's no rules. The only rule is exhaust yourself. That is it. That's all I've been doing. Just exhaust yourself. Exhaust yourself and your muscles are going to be forced to grow. I apologize about the reflection over here. Let me see if I can fix that. Hopefully that's a little bit better. Yeah, it's a little bit better. Okay. So, now we're going to start our second set. I've waited 8 minutes. Normally, I don't wait that long, but I'm showing you guys the ropes over here, so that's fine. I don't mind because, honestly, today I could use a little extra rest because I'm so exhausted. Alright, so now we're going to start this up. I'm going to be lifting 27 pounds on my upwards part of the curl, and on the downwards part, we're going to be going to 32 pounds, okay? I'm slow with math. Bear with me. Keep an eye on that power output bar. Very interesting to see how your power works. Nice and slow coming down. I'm not rushing it. I'm not rushing coming down. Alright, you guys can see I could not even finish 12 reps. I was only able to do 11 reps. Is that a problem? No. Because I struggled to get that 12th rep and it didn't happen. Your body is exhausting itself. That's what you want. You want to be able to do no more. That's the point. That's what the point is. Not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, great, I did 6 reps, I'm stopping. No. Exhaust yourself. Okay. So, let's take a look at my... I wanted to take a look at this more in depth, but it doesn't open up bigger. So let's come here. Okay, this is my power output. Those were the bars that were shooting up on the screen. Almost all of them are over 80%. The dotted line is 80%. Okay, almost all of them are over 80%. Comes down a little bit, but it hovers around 80, comes back up, went well up into probably about 90. All right? If your power output in every single rep is like down here, like, 70, 60, 40%, guys, you're probably finished. You're probably done. You probably can't do any more. Just let it go at that point. Call it a day. Get back to your life. And do your recovery. Eat right. Sleep right. Okay? That's what you need to do. Right? You don't want to force yourself to be doing partial reps, hurting yourself, ripping your muscle, ripping your tendon. No. Just do the workout until you can't do it anymore, and then stop. So, I've shown you 2. This is my second set, okay? As you've seen, this is my second set. Just keep in mind that this is what I'm going to be doing till the end. I'm going to stop once I can't properly perform my set anymore. And as you can see, it already started. It already started. I already was not able to physically do the 12th rep. So already it started. Pretty soon I'm only going to be able to do 4 reps. And if I can't properly curl, meaning keep my form and curl properly, even after resting for 6 minutes or so, or whatever the case is, I'm stopping. I'm done. So that's what I've been doing. I hope that this was helpful. So I hope this was helpful. I'm actually not going to go through all of my sets because, again, there's no certain amount of sets you need to do. You've seen what I'm doing here. This should give you an idea of what to do. If you need any more, if you have any more questions, ask me. If I can do a better video next time, I will. But keep in mind, you choose the exercises that you like for the body part that you want to exercise. There are hundreds of exercises out there per body part. Choose one. Choose maybe 2. I don't think you need more than that. It's very simple. Your body doesn't care what kind of exercise you're doing, as long as you're hitting that muscle group properly, okay? And if you want to change the way your exercises are later on, you can change them. Tailor the workout to you, okay? Your efficiency, every single rep, give it every bit you have. If you don't, you're wasting your time, okay? Stop when you can't properly perform your reps or your sets anymore. Rest enough when you're not exercising, and just make sure that you use common sense. Common sense meaning, you know, you're not going to push yourself until the point where you're hurt. If you hurt yourself, you can't exercise. If you rip a muscle because you went crazy trying to, you know, do a certain amount and you shouldn't have, you're not going to be able to work out for months. And all of a sudden, all the gains that you've slowly gotten are going to go to the wind. So I hope this was helpful. I really appreciate the question about what my routine is. I know it's a different routine than many people. It's not your cookie cutter routine. Do 12 of these. Do it 3 times. Do this and that. I know it's different. But I think that's why it's working for me. Because it's different. Remember this. Guys, remember this. Your body does not know what number it is. It doesn't know. Exhaust your muscle as fast as possible. Rest. Repeat until you can't go anymore. That's the only thing I can tell you that I've been doing. All right? Choose a workout out that you like. Make sure that your exercises are staggered in a way where you're not, for example, busting out your chest like crazy on Monday, and then Tuesday you want to do triceps. No. You're not going to be able to do triceps Tuesday if you exhausted your triceps on Monday. Now, if you're doing that, that's if you're separating the days. Now, if you're doing, so think of it like that. You know, every time you work your chest, you're pretty much, for the most part, you're working your triceps. Every time you're doing your back, you're pretty much working out your biceps. So you don't want to have a chest day and then a tricep day, a back day and then a bicep day. You're not going to really be able to focus on your biceps and your triceps if you did your chest or your back the day before. So stagger them so that rest can happen in between, okay? Unless you're doing a full body workout, where then, hey, you're doing it all in one day, no problem. Use your chest as a warm-up for your triceps. Exhaust your triceps, then use your back as a warm-up for your biceps. Exhaust your biceps. That's the only difference, okay? So these are the things that I have been working out for me. And there's a million ways to do the same thing. Find what works for you. I've shown you my results, and I'm going to keep showing you my results. This is all I've been doing. Okay? No special anything. This is it. So, I'm not a doctor, and I'm not a physical trainer, and I'm not anything. But I am telling you what my results have been. Obviously, you guys want to see what I'm doing because you're asking. And I hope this helps. If you have any questions, ask me. I'll get back to you. Okay? Take care. I hope you all have a wonderful, safe day.